Introducing the new Onga ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Onga.
My darling, my darling, my darling, my darling, oh, my darling, my darling, my darling. Ooh, baby, you're so much, yo. My darling, my darling, I love you. My darling, my darling. I don't know where I'm for that. My darling, yeah. Without my baby today. My darling, oh, baby, I love you. My darling, I will do anything for you. My darling, my darling. I don't know where I'm for that. Where you want me before. Without my baby today. My darling, my darling. Olóhùn àtọ̀bádùn. Àgbàdùn. Aláhùn àtọ̀bádùn. Àgbàdùn. Olóhùn àtọ̀bádùn. Jàgbàdùn. Aláhùn àtọ̀bádùn. Jàgbàdùn. Every morning, baby love. Say you want some sugar love. So I give them no love. Baby, baby, give me some more, baby love. Say you want some sugar love. So I give them no love. Oh, baby, you're too much, yo. My darling, yeah. My darling, I love. My darling, my darling. I don't know where I'm for that. My darling, where you want it before. My darling, without my baby today. My darling.
When you hear the Spice Band, you see a lovely audience and two ladies dressed to the nines standing in front of you. You know you are in for a swell time. So get your friends and family and let's get to know Nigeria better, courtesy Onga, Mama's Helping Hand.
A little helping hand will go a long way to get your meals tasting really delicious. So season your cooking with Onga for that delicious taste and irresistible aroma that will get your loved ones looking forward to mealtimes.
Onga.
I am sure it takes a lot of effort to look as fit and trim as you do.
Yes, it does take quite a bit of effort. You know, some people find it easier to lose weight than others. But I found so many interesting, exciting ways of working out. So now I can work out and have fun at the same time. So let's have a look.
Still on our HIIT dance series. You want to lose weight and you're looking for fast way to achieve that, or you have a good body but want to reduce your thighs and your arm up. We're going to show you a dance routine that you can use to achieve that. And luckily, you don't need any equipment to do this. You can only put in a HIIT dance routine and still achieve this.
Go!
I burn calories?
Well, Umi, the thing is, exercise isn't just about burning calories or burning fat. You need it also to help your bones, your joints, your muscles to stay healthy. And exercise is recommended to prevent things like hypertension, diabetes, arthritis. So really, it's not just about burning fat. And you should burn calories. It's a good aerobic workout for the heart. So yeah, you can work out. And some people work out and build muscle, so they actually add weight. Yeah.
I can add weight.
By
just
working out.
by working out.
Yeah,
It's something to think about.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, you heard it. She had fun, and she's telling you exercise can help keep away hypertension. You're still watching Ongacious, and we will be back.
A little helping hand will go a long way to get your meals tasting really delicious. So season your cooking with Onga for that delicious taste and irresistible aroma that will get your loved ones looking forward to mealtimes.
Onga.
Welcome back to Ongacious. Our wellness focus today is arthritis. And we have a professor of rheumatology, Professor Femi Adelowo, to discuss arthritis with us. What is arthritis?
Arthritis refers to disease or affection of the joints. And that means any joint in the body could be affected or could be diseased.
And what are the common types of arthritis?
In Nigeria, probably the commonest one is what's called osteoarthritis. This is due to degeneration of the cartilage. And this can either be at the peripheral joints, when we call it osteoarthritis, or it can also be in the bones of the back, what you call spondylosis. That's one type, and that is seen in middle age to elderly persons. But we also have other types. We have rheumatoid arthritis, which affects many joints at the same time, especially the peripheral joints. And this is due to a situation in which the body is fighting itself. Then you have gouty arthritis, which is due to the deposition of the sodium salts of uric acid into the joints. You can even have arthritis affecting children, which we call juvenile arthritis.
And how does arthritis present?
The commonest way arthritis will present is pain in the affected joints. And such pain can be described depending on the patient as aching or as groaning or biting. Whatever it is pain is pain. It can also present as swelling in the joints. It can present with warmth in the joints. The joint feels warm. It can also, if it goes on for a long time, present with deformity in the joint. The patients can also present with complaints related to various other structures in the body, like the heart, like the skin, like the lungs, like even the kidneys.
And how can arthritis be prevented?
Because most forms of arthritis are genetic, that is, people are just predisposed to it. There isn't much we can do really to prevent it. But for things like osteoarthritis, which we see in fat persons, you can prevent it by avoiding putting on weight, by exercising. Then for those due to, for instance, gouts, which may be due to excessive alcohol consumption, we can prevent it by avoiding alcohol.
What about treatment? How is arthritis treated?
As one would expect, there are so many ways to treat it. For instance, those in which the body is at war with itself, we give drugs that will suppress what is causing the war in the body. So when we have arthritis from such causes, we give what we call immunosuppressive. But for the others, like for instance, the commonest type of osteoarthritis, we give painkillers. You can also inject steroids into the joints. You can inject some liquid into the joint that will help to lubricate the joint and reduce friction. For gout, for instance, you advise the patient to avoid what would make the uric acid go up, so alcohol, excessive intake of the offals of animals, such as the liver, kidney, you must avoid it. They must exercise, and that applies to the osteoarthritis too. And generally have a healthy lifestyle.
Thank you so much, doctor. You really educated us today.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I was just wondering, I heard him say it manifests in children, but I didn't hear him say youth.
Some forms of arthritis actually can be found in young people. And I think he mentioned something about that. They're called autoimmune diseases where the body is fighting itself. So when a young person comes with joint pains and swellings, they should see a doctor, preferably a rheumatologist, to have some tests done so that they can rule out the possibility of an autoimmune disease. They have very long names, like systemic lupus, erythematosus, and then he talked about rheumatoid arthritis. So it's possible, and it's often a sign of a more serious disorder.
Okay, so the ones that, the arthritis that affects the older ones are different from the arthritis that affects the younger ones?
Yes. Osteoarthritis he spoke about is when people get old and their joints get worn out, so it's a degenerative joint disease. But in young people, you don't expect their joints to be worn out, so something else is causing this pain and swelling. Usually it's the body fighting itself, which he spoke about. That's the autoimmune disease.
Wow. Well, you heard it. If you're young, move around, right?
Yes, and he spoke about exercise.
Exercise.
Talked about.
One of Falake's favorite pastimes.
Yay.
Well, you're still watching Ongacious. When we come back after this break, we are going to be on Ongacious Family.
We want it tasty, we want it creamy, we want it nourishing. Oh, cowbell evaporated milk, nourishing my body, tasty, creamy, yummy.
You love your milk deliciously creamy with all the goodness of Vitarich. That's how we've made the new Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Cowbell Evaporated Milk. Evaporated just for you.
Welcome back to Ongacious. It's our family time, and we're discussing a very serious issue today. And to discuss that, we have Mr. Prince Akamadu with us.
What is the difference between armed robbery and burglary?
Burglary in the first place is illegal, unauthorized entry into a house with intention to commit a crime, most likely theft, which means in the first place, it's not authorized. What it means, therefore, is if you invite me to your house and while leaving, I take away some of your property, because you invited me in, open the door for me, I wouldn't have decided to have burgled you.
So what are the things that victims do to attract burglary?
One, victims, when they do employ hands in their house, they often do not go the extra length of making sure they know as much as necessary about these hands they are employing. And evidence available to us shows that most burglaries have often taken place because there's an insider. And if you look at it, it's often relatives, those helps you employ without doing good background check on them. It helps so much if you can. Another thing we need to learn is that we need to let our people who live with us in the house know to learn to keep certain things within their house. You have certain things happening in their house and you wouldn't know that your child, your daughter, your son have gone out there to brag about this, and then somebody takes away that information and makes negative use of it. Again, what we do that attracts burglars to us, if we have houses that we often not lit, especially at night. Burglars are guys who like doing this illegality at night. So poorly lit houses are often attractive to burglars.
So what else can we do to prevent ourselves from being victims of burglary?
In the first place, one, I talked about the helps we have. Let me go socialist now and say, being nice to them in the first place helps. Though there have always been instances too where, though you've been helpful, you've been of assistance to these people, this helps, and the people around you, they still want to take advantage, they still want to hurt you, fine. But at least go the extra mile, be nice to them, make sure that if they're hurting you or if they plan to hurt you, they're not hurting you because you've been. So if you are nice in the first place, then two, do that background checks. Do that background checks. And if they know that you already have this information or know their relations and those who know, because by the time they disappear, if anything happens, you may not be able to see them, but at least you have somebody else you will have to, you know. Having fire alarms too in the house that will just go off immediately they come in, or it also helps. Of course, I will also advise in your neighborhood, try get to know the security agents, the policemen, and get their numbers, just in case it does happen, it helps too. And if you do have parties or something that are happening in your place, don't just let the whole house become open to every other person who comes in. So much so that they already know the nooks and crannies of the whole place and know that if they have to come in, that this is the way to go, this is the way to go, and looking at using possible exits. Make sure that it's only those who are very, very close that really go into your inner sanctuaries as it were.
So in the unfortunate scenario that a burglar is in the house when you're at home, what do you do?
Tough one. Tough one. But then if it's already, you're home and he comes in, or you come in and meet him, first thing you need to know is that, one, you need to remain calm as much as possible, calm yourself. If he comes and meets you in, then two, tell yourself that life safety first. Whatever is probably coming, 95% of the time is coming for one property, one asset, or the other, car, jewelries. So if you do lose them today, you can always get them back tomorrow. So do not go about trying to be smart with them or trying to fight with them or trying to know. It's not advisable as much as possible. So as much as possible, I'll advise you cooperate with them. I'll cooperate with them if they do come. And of course, if you can hide and make that call, like I did say, if you have those important security numbers, try and make those calls quietly.
What is the first thing you should do if you discover you were out of the house and it's been burgled?
The first thing we will do when you just come in and discover your house has been burgled, one will be to, first of all, call the police, ordinarily, and make sure you do not tamper with any of the things that could constitute evidence. I'm giving the police the benefit of that to say they have the best of equipment. I want to take fingerprints and all of that of who has been around. So as much as possible, do not tamper with what is available so that they could take their evidence, and it just might be lucky this is somebody they've been looking for and they have their fingerprints elsewhere and all of that. Then of course, if you have the house insured, for instance, you need to call your insurance and say this has happened and I have lost XYZ things that were insured with you. If somebody was hurt in the process too, of course they need to get medical attention. Finally, you may just want to do your own small diggings too. While the police is doing their thing, they've come and gone, you may still do your own one or two things the police may have missed. You just help them out.
Wow. Thank you so much, Prince. There you have it. Most of us have experienced this one time or the other. But, as he said, keep your houses well lit. Make sure before you go out or go to bed, you lock every window and every door. You're still watching Ongacious. We will be back.
Introducing the new Onga ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste, all in just one sachet.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
You're still watching Ongacious, Nigeria's family magazine and culinary show. And now let's welcome our guest cook for the week.
Thank you very much.
What's your name, if we may ask?
My name is Tabitha Alabi Olamide.
Nice. Very nice. And how did you get into cooking? How did cooking become? Is it a hobby? Is it a job? Is it just something
I
you
would
like
call
to do?
it a hobby and partly a job. My mom cooks. She's a caterer, aside from the other job she does. So I picked the interest from there, and gradually it's been part of me. And I helped, or should I say, I helped a friend manage a restaurant while schooling in the university. And the restaurant is running quite well up till now. So once I have the opportunity to be in the kitchen or cook.
You watch a lot of TV?
I do. In fact, I'm a radio presenter.
Oh.
So, and working on being or adding TV presenting to it, I studied dramatic arts in the university.
Oh, that explains it.
Okay, so I'm an actress and a stage director.
I was wondering, who's your favorite celebrity?
Funsho Adeolu is one. But when it comes to the fathers in the industry, I would pick. Who would I pick? Oh, okay. Let me say Jide Kosoke is one, but I would still pick someone everyone knows as Baba Wande. He's very good at what he does.
Have you ever met any of these celebrities that you admire so much, or even Baba Wande?
I've not met Baba Wande before. I've met a few of the ones I've mentioned, but Baba Wande, I've not met.
Tabitha. Ladies and gentlemen, give a rousing round of applause for our celebrity of the week. Tabitha, please welcome our celebrity guest.
Eka Wosta.
She has taken over the show.
I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you very much.
Tell him.
Thank you, Onga. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you,
It's
madam.
such an honor to have you on the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Tabitha, do you have any questions you want to ask?
I have a whole lot of questions, if the day permits. All right, so let's start with your name, sir. Most of your lovers, they know you as Baba Wande.
Yes.
But we would want to know your full name, sir.
Yes. My name is Alhaji Karim Adepoju Baba Wande. That Baba Wande, I inherited that name from a play, a Yoruba play, the longest play on television. It's about 3.5 hours. Ilé tí a fi tọ́mọ, ìrì ni ó wò.
Ilé tí a fi tọ́mọ, ìrì ni ó wò.
So I am the father of Baba Wande in that play.
In that play.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a book written by one professor at Ilorin.
Our Ongacious team went somewhere special again in Nigeria. Please watch.
Osogbo occupies a grand spot in Nigeria in general, and the southwest in particular. The capital city of the state of Osun, it lies on the northwest of Akure, northeast of Ibadan, and south of Ilorin. Osogbo people speak the Yoruba language in its pure, unadulterated form. The history of how Osogbo came to be as a result of the adventurous wonder of famous hunter Olutimileyin, who was on a quest to find a permanent source of stable water supply for his people.
He was clearing the bush, and he caught a tree and fell into the river. And there was a loud voice saying, Olutimileyin, Laroye, you have destroyed all my dyeing pots. Then the wizard from the forest pacified the goddess of Osun River by saying, Osogbo pẹ̀lẹ́ o, Osogbo rọra o. There we derive the name of Osogbo. Osogbo means Osogbo.
With such an intriguing history, the people of Osogbo cannot be prouder. This can be seen from their ways of life. It has also earned itself the name Iluaro, which translates to the home of dyeing. Osogbo people are known for their dexterity in cloth dyeing. They are also farmers, with their main crops being yams, cassava, grain, tobacco, and cotton. The Osogbo people have not neglected their age-long traditions and ways of life, be it from their noticeable tribal marks, mode of dressing, and in particular their strong beliefs in the different Yoruba deities despite their foreign religious affiliations. As a custodian of culture and tradition of the Yoruba race, Osogbo plays host to dozens of festivals yearly. Yet the one that drives thousands to the community yearly is the Osun Osogbo Festival. As a Yoruba community, it is common to see people enjoy their indigenous meals.
The food that's peculiar to us is pounded yam and eko.
Eko, or sometimes called dagidi, is a jelly-like meal made from cornstarch. The people of Osogbo are peace-loving people and are hospitable, giving in essence a fine complement to the city's other side attractions, all which make the capital of the state of the living spring a destination of choice for tourists.
Our country, Nigeria, is a place filled with diversity, culture, tradition that is beyond the word beautiful.
So Tabitha,
Yes.
what are you making for Baba Wande today?
I'm making for Baba Wande a special delicacy. A food eaten by the people of Osogbo. Let's start with the soup first. We are making ila, but I wouldn't call it just ila. It's a special, assorted, well-packaged,
Ongacious.
full of So, in one word, let's say we are making an Ongacious ila.
So what do you think about that, Baba Wande?
We take a land in Osogbo with eko, with akara at times, with ekwere, efo yanrin, and dele, senke, We take with a call.
Yeah, and luckily for us, we are taking this ila, special ila, with echo.
It's okay.
That's good. I'll be helping you out in the kitchen.
Thank you.
And we'll leave Baba Wande in the safe and beautiful hands of Umi while we go and whoop up an Ongacious meal. Let's go.
Thank you.
We are going to the kitchen?
Yes, sir. No, sir. You're staying with me.
Okay.
You're our guest today, sir. So just have your seats, relax, feel at home while we go to the kitchen.
Okay.
While we talk.
Okay. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
Here comes the sun. La, 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 la. Bright sunny day. La, 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 la. The taste and aroma of top tea can leave you feeling good and ready to go, just like sunshine. Top tea also comes in ginger, lemon and lime, and pure black tea. So go ahead, take a sip, and feel the sunshine in every cup.
Top Tea, big bags of flavor.
Welcome back. We are in the Ongacious kitchen about to make an Ongacious meal of ila aseko with eko. We have our ingredients here, and Tabitha is going to take us through all the things that we need and what we need to do. So, Tabitha, what do we have here?
We are making ila, special ila. That's what we are going to call it.
Great.
Okay, so let me start with the major ingredient. We're using okra. We call it ila. So we have okra here.
Okay.
Okay. We have the locust beans, iru.
Iru.
We're using that.
Okay.
Okay, let me come down to the meat. We have the meat. We are going to boil the meat with seasoning. We are going to be using Onga seasoning, and particularly we are going to be using the garlic, onion and ginger seasoning.
That's Umi's favorite, by the way.
That's my favorite too. And we have pomo, referred to as hide. We are putting it in our ila also. Okay, we have crayfish. We are using crayfish. We have prawns. We are using prawns. We have onions, chopped onions, diced onions. We have turmeric. I like turmeric a lot, and it helps with digestion. It aids digestion, and it's quite good for the body.
Very healthy.
And
nutritious.
we have salt.
Okay.
And we have this big, lovely fish. It's called panla. We are putting that also. We have onions here.
Okay.
And we have bitter leaf, ewuro. We are going to be putting a bit of that in our ila also. And we have tatashe. We are dicing it. It's referred to as a bell pepper, red bell pepper. We are using that also. And we are using palm oil also. And of course, after preparing all these things separately and putting them together, we are going to be using our classic onga as the final seasoning to make it all come together, to make it ongacious.
Exactly. What do you want us to do first?
Okay, so we are washing our meat first, and we are putting it in our pot. So please,
Great.
can I have the pot?
We'll have
Let me use
washed.
the smaller one.
Okay. All right, so as we get to work, let me hand over to Umi and Baba Wande.
Sir, I was wondering, between acting, producing, and directing, which one do you prefer?
Acting.
Acting.
Yeah.
Why is that, sir?
Because people enjoy me most when acting.
That's interesting. So, are you planning to bring out any new movies in the near future?
Yeah. I want to bring out a story on Iwa.
What is that, sir?
Character.
Character.
A good character.
Oh.
It's going to be about 26 episodes on the screen.
A series?
A series.
Oh. Will this be in the indigenous Yoruba language or in English?
Mixed with Yoruba and English.
Will you be directing this or will you be starring in it?
I'll partly direct it and take part in it.
That's a lot of work, sir.
Yeah.
We wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
Falake, I can't see any pot boiling now. Baba Wande
Can't you
is
see this
hungry.
one? It's
There
right
is a pot
here.
boiling.
Look at what she's holding. I'm sure you can recognize.
I can see what she's holding, but I can't see anything. No steam.
Holding your special.
Don't worry. I want to see steam rising.
Can you see steam?
No.
Okay.
It's getting hot.
It's getting hot? You're watching Ongacious and we will be back.
Introducing the new Onga ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Welcome back. We are still in the Ongacious kitchen preparing ila aseko. And Tabitha is really busy.
Yes, I'm quite busy. As you can see so far, I've been able to grate the okra, and I'm grating the last one. And while I'm doing that, the meat is almost ready. Don't forget that I added our special Onga seasoning. As you can
Smells
see.
nice.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, and so once the meat is ready and the okra is grated, the next thing is to put the stock water, that's the meat water, in a separate pot and start the total cooking to have a final Ongacious ila at the end of the day. Okay,
Yum.
so once this is ready, let me just pour out.
Okay. I've washed the bitter leaf. Do you want everything washed?
Yes, I want everything washed.
We're going to
I'm going to squeeze it.
squeeze it.
Yes.
And okay.
Just the hair. Yes, I'm going to squeeze it. All right.
So won't it make the soup bitter? Aren't you going to squeeze out all the juices?
That is the need for the squeezing.
Okay.
So once I squeeze it, the bitter part or the more bitter part of it is out. Okay. But at the same time, we'll still be able to feel that bitterness in our okra and still get the sweetness at the end of the day. Now, imagine that coupled with onga. Okay.
I can't wait.
Okay, so our meat is
ready?
Is ready.
Great.
Sorry.
Let me get.
Okay.
Are we using the palm oil now?
Not yet. We are not
yet.
putting the palm oil yet. The first thing that goes into our pot is the stock water. That is the water from the meat. It's it has the juice of the
and the
seasoning,
flavor and the seasoning.
And the juice of the meat itself is in the water. So that's what goes into our pot first before every other thing.
Awesome.
Okay, I need a sieve.
A sieve?
Okay, I've seen that over there.
Let me help you with that. And what about the crayfish and the prawns? Are we blending them? Are we pounding them? Pulverized?
We are not pounding them. We have the pounded, or should I say the grinded one already. Okay. But we still use
some that to give it that rough feeling. Nice. Okay. That smells lovely. Umi, did you smell that as she opened the pot?
You have no idea what I feel like sitting here.
Don't worry, very soon, very soon. Quite soon. Okay, you can have that here.
Okay.
And covered. Oh, I used the wrong
that's the meat water going in
Yes.
there. Yes.
You need to cut.
Don't worry, just cut.
So we are going to be starting with a little bit of the water. Not all the water will be going into the pot. So at the end of the day, we don't have a watery ila.
Okay, so just a little
Just
bit.
a little.
That
just
looks like
a little bit.
200 mils, thereabouts. Okay.
Close to.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next thing is our palm oil.
Did you hear what Baba Wande said? He said, Ongacious ila.
Ongacious ila.
That's right. Okay, so while we continue that, Umi?
So what was it like growing up, sir?
I was born in Osogbo,
Yes.
high school in Osogbo,
Wow.
and modern school in Agbo. Then I came back to Osogbo, and then when I was in primary school, I started my acting career with Pao.
You started acting from a small age?
From age. So I've done 58 years on the stage.
58 years. Please continue, sir.
Yes. I became an apprentice under Pa Oyadejobi. Later, I took it as a full-time job. Traveling theater from Ila to Ikirun to Kaduna to Kano to Enugu before this filming video started.
Began. Do we still have that, the traveling theater?
It had to have that too because it costs a lot of money before you gather actors and actresses, teaching them a play, then take it along with vehicles. Though we can't do that again.
It's not cost effective.
Financially, it's too much. So everybody go into location and shoot a film and take it to marketer or any radio or television houses.
I understand that. So I wanted to ask, on stage, have you ever done a play that was purely musical?
Yes. When we say, ẹ kú ìjókòó, ara ẹ gbọ́, ẹ ṣe ènìyàn, that's one of our songs.
I'm still sitting with Baba Wande and he is filling my head with so much information. The more he talks, the more I want to go and witness the Osogbo Festival.
Go.
But you're still watching Ongacious and we will be back.
Introducing the new Onga ginger, onion, and garlic powder seasoning. Now you can give your fish, chicken, and beef the unique taste all in just one sachet.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
We are still in the Ongacious kitchen preparing ila asekpo. And Tabitha is very busy.
I am quite busy.
Yes.
And
now
so
we're
I'm putting in the meat.
Okay.
Mind you, I have not added pepper. I have not added okra. So far, I'm putting in the stock. And I've been cooking this with the stock water. I have not added water. I mean fresh water.
Okay.
At
Only
all.
the stock
Only
water.
the stock water so far.
And that's what gives it that flavor and taste.
Yes, that's what gives it the
as
flavor.
well as our secret spice.
Yes,
our
yes.
super spice.
Okay.
So when are we putting that now?
We allow this to steam up a bit. I need a spoon to stir.
Great. So you're trying to say that we're almost done.
We are almost done.
Because
I need to wash
I'm
this,
getting hungry.
We are almost done. We are almost done.
So you haven't added the turmeric either.
I haven't added the turmeric at all.
Okay.
So I'm going to stir, and as you stir, stir just a bit so that the stock especially don't get lost in between.
Wow, that looks so rich. There's almost everything in there. Fish, meat. Ooh.
Okay,
That's
and now I can put in my pepper. And let me start first with the pomo before I put in the pepper.
Okay.
The reason why I'm putting in all the stock is for it to steam up with the water, and also for it to take in the pepper by the time I add the pepper to this.
That's great. Okay. While we're busy at that, let's hand over back to Umi and Baba Wande.
Sir, we were talking about music earlier on.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you like to listen to on a daily basis?
Many, but I love Obey's music.
Ebenezer Obey?
Ebenezer Obey's music.
If we started
especially that of Edumare Sọ̀rọ̀ Mi Dayọ̀ Mo Dúpẹ́.
Is that it?
Yes.
Bismillah, sir.
Èdùmàrè sọ̀rọ̀ mi dayọ̀, mo dúpẹ́. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Ìbànújẹ́ kì í ṣe tèmi o, mo dúpẹ́. Orí burúkú kì í ṣe tèmi o, mo dúpẹ́. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Merciful God, ọba tó ṣoore fún mi ṣoore fún ẹ tó ṣoore lójoojúmọ́. Ọba kọ má ti kọ lẹ́yìn, adúró gbọ̀ngbọ̀n lẹ́yìn àsòótọ́. Kò jẹ́ ronú ibi rárá. The merciful God. Àwa máa rí di lọ́ba Elédùmarè. Ó dáàbò bò mí táyà tọmọ tẹ̀bí tará. Ó dáàbò bò mí táyà tọmọ tẹ̀bí tará. Ìgbòkègbodò mi kò jẹ́ kó já sórí asán. Ìgbòkègbodò mi kò jẹ́ kó já sórí asán. Òun yan fanda fanda lójú àjọgàn. Bí ọ̀pọ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ ń yan lójú ẹlẹ́gùsí. Ẹlẹ́gùsí ò gbọ́dọ̀ yí látà. The merciful God. Má fi jóyin bàbá, má fi jóyin bàbá ògo. Ẹ kù mọ́lẹ̀, yá o. Má fi jóyin bàbá o, má fi jóyin bàbá ògo. Má fi inú dídùn yìn Olúwa, má fi jóyin bàbá ògo. Má fàtẹ́wọ́ yìn Elédùmarè, ọba mímọ́.
Welcome back. The table is set, the food is here, and we are ready to dig in thanks to Onga, Mama's helping hand. Please, do the honors.
Yeah. Thank you. So,
let me do it. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
How was it in the kitchen, Folake?
It was exciting.
Did you learn anything new?
I did. She put a lot of emphasis on the stock.
Yes.
The stock is very important.
Yes.
And she hardly used any water, just the stock from the meat.
Okay. And sometimes you can take it with the spice dry.
Wow.
Have you tried that?
No, I haven't.
We're going to try it.
Okay.
If you're willing.
Of course. You know I'm very adventurous with food. So.
All right. We're ready.
Let's begin.
Before I eat this okra, I want to off this agbada because I want to eat it well.
You giving me any help? Okay.
Yeah. I can hit it well now.
Okay.
Don't want to damage my agbada.
No, we don't want that to happen.
Let me pause.
Hey, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillah.
Ẹ bá mi rí o. Come and eat with me. It's okay.
Can I get some water?
Yes. Okay. So I can bring it here.
So Tabitha, tell us again what went into the soup. His exclamation went into the soup.
Wow.
Yes, even mine. I had it. Okay, so.
What you doing?
Wow.
Very, very sweet. Very unfortunate that you cannot come and see. You should have enjoyed it with me. Come and see. You try.
Thank you very much.
You try.
Well done, Tabitha.
Okay, so
Wow.
We have
So
let
I
me
want to
the
learn how
process
to
again.
eat
The stock water first,
with my hand.
followed with the palm oil, and then the stock itself, the fish, the meat, the crayfish, the prawns, the grinded crayfish also, and then the locust beans, iru, the meat itself. I added what's it called, turmeric to it.
And you know that turmeric is good for the skin.
It's quite good for the skin.
Topical application for that matter.
Yes, yes, yes. And then we had the ila. I added a bit of bicarbonate soda to retain the green color of the ila because of the heat.
It strips off the color?
Yeah, it strips off the color. So the bicarbonate soda is to retain the green color and to retain the drawing effect of.
Interesting. For like I just learned something new.
Tabitha is amazing. She's taught us so many things today.
I'm smiling.
I'm struggling.
Thanks to
using my hand to
really
echo as the first
Baba
time.
Wande, you have been humming and exclamating, and I want you to please put in words what you think about this Ongacious meal.
This soup, I give it 99%.
Wow!
99%.
Thank you. 99%. Okay, so the 1%. Who are we going to give the 1% to?
Men that eat it.
He has a point. That's it on Ongacious today. I would like to say a special thank you to Baba Wande.
Thank you.
A special thank you to Tabitha.
Thank you.
Tabitha, you're amazing.
You rocked it in the kitchen today. Join us same time next week for another fresh episode of Ongacious. Brought to you as always by Onga, Mama's Helping Hand. Good night.